How can somebody handle the issue of inferiority complex as a youth?
Yes. Wow, this question is very important, and I love it so much. And please permit me to come from a religious point of view. And as a believer and a person of faith, I'll come from a religious point of view. Yeah. I've said it across various platforms. Nobody was born empty. That's number one. Nobody was born for an experiment. That's number two. Nobody was born by accident. Even if you were born out of wedlock, there was still an intention behind your birth. Because I've tried to explain it. Think about it. It takes 9 months for a full-grown baby to form and then be delivered into the world. Yes, it happened by accident. But the baby, look at the formation, the development from fetus to a full-grown baby, how the food passes from the mother through an umbilical cord to the baby, how the eyes formed. All those intelligences were put there by God. So nobody was born by accident, even if the circumstances surrounding your birth was unpleasant. That's one thing we should know. Second of all, everything that is in existence, God spoke them into reality. But when it came to yourself, you and I, there was a conference call, a meeting, that somebody important is going to represent us in the world. And so he said, let us. It was let there be. But now it was time for Israel to be created, and it is now let us, to show that this person is so important and valuable. You must understand this, that you are valuable and you are an extension of everything God represents. Intelligence, beauty, handsomeness, creativity, you are an extension of all those realities of God. So why should you look down on yourself when you are like an ambassador representing God from heaven here on earth? Secondly, Matthew 5 from verse 13 to 16, which is my favorite verses of the scripture, says, you are the light of the world and the salt of the earth, assets of inestimable value. I don't care how much you spent buying your ingredients of your soup. Without salt, nobody will eat that food. That is who you are. Salt. It means that anywhere you find yourself, you should add sweetness. Anywhere you find yourself, you add sweetness. You are the light. If this light goes off, we'll begin to grope. And chances are you may stumble and fall. So you are light. If you appear, people see direction. People are able to see destination. People are able to see clarity because you exist. So because you exist, people can see. Because you exist, people can taste something pleasant.
Wow.
That's what I want people to understand. So stop looking down on yourself. Yes, your background, yes, but it doesn't make you to keep your back on the ground. If you fall, you rise and keep going. Something I will say, if I wrap up my thoughts, Abraham Lincoln said something that I do not care who my grandfather was, I only care what his grandson will become. So if his grandfather was a truck pusher, I don't care about that. If he was poor, I don't care. What I really care about is who this man called Abraham Lincoln will become.
Valukafa in this case.
So that's the thinking. That's the mindset and perception I want people to have about themselves. If you're not in the world is incomplete. God did not create you because he was less busy. He created you because there was something intentional and deliberate he wants you to fulfill in this world. And until you realize that, you will allow the opinions of other people to weigh you down. You allow the circumstances that you find yourself in to dictate how your life will be.
Wow.
That's lovely. That's lovely. Okay. To our viewers, please keep your questions coming.